2578. 2578 on this Polar Bear Challenge run. I hope I don't lose the camera here. Alright. You notice I'm not wearing my heated gloves, and I'm not wearing my super awesome pants either, because I just, it doesn't feel cold enough to wear that stuff. Plus it's a pain in the ass, so screw it. I'll just wear, oh, you know what I need though? I need goggles. That would help. Just not thinking. Being goofy. I'm gonna put on my SWAT goggles. There we go. I look like an idiot. Oh well. At least I'm well protected from the wind. Just regular old gloves, nothing fancy. I don't really need the heated shit for 25 to 30 degrees. Feels like a summer damn day. I gotta come back tonight and teach. I'm not gonna take the bike though, because I don't want to be riding home 8 o'clock at night with squirrelies, or squirrely deer. It's kind of weird to say squirrely deer, but I'm not going to be risking another encounter with a deer on my motorcycle in the darkness. Nope, 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 nope. Captain, nope. Captain, nope. This guy looks like an asshole. I'm going to let him go. How are you folks? This is Mike Cayley 7 on the Phoenix. It's January 8th, 2015. And I am riding home from work the long way around. What are you doing? What are you doing there? Oy, oy, oy. Students. Alright. This one's gonna try to cut me off. You watch, you watch. I see you coming. So it's, you know, it's cold and I'm riding all, but it's not really that cold. Not even wearing my heated pants, or not heated, I don't have heated pants. My insulated anythings. Just got on a pair of jeans. I got problems. I'm a nut. So I was thinking about what happened in Paris. And I asked my students this morning in class what they thought about it. And the central question was, should a person be punished in any way, shape, or form whenever they make a cartoon satirizing Islam, like depicting Muhammad as a dog? And today my students, a lot of them said, I would just ignore it. I wouldn't associate with that person. But one interesting answer was, I would ask my government to make a law forbidding anybody from making that kind of picture of any prophet in Islam. And I said, really? Okay. Well, let's say there's a law and somebody still does it. Now they've broken the law, so what should the punishment be? And I got kind of a silence that means, what I took it to mean was, geez, I never thought that through. Because I never really got a clear answer from that student on what punishment should be. But the idea that I found interesting was the notion that the government should make a law prohibiting you from doing something because a holy book, a religious text, forbids it. So the government should now enforce laws that are based on religion. But that's an interesting thing to ponder, because for a lot of Islamic people, I imagine the separation of church and state is an alien concept. The state and the church are one. Islamic state, that's what a lot of people want. It's a kind of an Islamic government. A lot of governments are kind of like that around the world. The United States is not one of them. So that's a fundamental difference of opinion. I'm not sure how that can be bridged. But also I thought it through a bit further, and I realized, like back when Bush was president, there was a ban on stem cell research, and it was unethical. It was one of the reasons why it's evil or whatever. Based on what? Based on Christian principles, basically based on the Bible. And I imagine there are things like indecency laws, pornography laws. Like you can get arrested for being naked because it's indecent exposure. Well, indecent based on what? Probably some kind of a Christian background to that too. And then this gay marriage thing. A lot of people are against gay marriage. Why? Because the Bible says, man shall not lie down with man. Something like that. Well, that's a problem. Let me tell you why. It's not the problem that you hear the obvious reasons it's a problem. People say, oh, it's a problem because there should be a separation of church and state. Or it's a problem because you're stupid. No. I don't have any of that. Here's the reason why I think it's a problem. And it actually goes to this thing that I saw on Facebook. A friend of mine posted, click like if you want God back in our schools, our elementary schools. So I don't want God back in our elementary schools. I'm not sure that God ever was in our elementary schools, or how much of God there was. But I'm a believer in the separation of church and state, so I disagreed with that. But I still made a comment that was disagreeing but funny at the same time. I said, I miss the old days when we would pray to Lord Vishnu and Buddha and whoever that guy was for Scientology, the evil Lord guy. Anyway, here's my point. If you're going to say, let's have God back in school, well, which God are you going to have back in school? If you're going to say we should allow laws that come from the Bible in our legal code, and as a foundation for our legal structures, if you say that now, and you allow that now, what's going to happen 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, when there's a sizable population of Muslims? They're going to say, we want to have Sharia law, or some form of it, or pieces of it, as underpinning the laws of the United States. We want to have that kind of stuff now. And, and the Christian Americans are going to say, no, we can't have that. Well, what do you mean you can't have it? You have it already. You want laws based on the Bible. So now that there's a whole bunch of us Muslims, we want laws based on the Quran. Do you see the can of spaghetti worms that this thing produces? If you allow God into your government, which God are you going to allow? If you have a diverse population of people, how do you choose? Are you going to say for 10 years let's have the Hindus make the laws, and in 10 years we'll have the Muslims, in 10 years we'll have the Jews, in 10 years we'll have the Christians? I mean, gosh, that doesn't seem very feasible to me, nor desirable. which is why the founding fathers said separation of church and state. Believe whatever crazy thing you want to believe, but don't foist it on everybody else. And of course, we're kind of hypocritical about it because we do have Christian-based stuff, and we do have on the money, in God we trust. If I were a Hindu, I would sue. I would say, that's not fair, because my religion has gods. So I want you to put an S on all the coins and all the dollars. In gods we trust. You know what I mean? What right does anybody have to require that we say God on the money as opposed to gods? And what if you don't believe in a God at all? Now you got to look at this God thing on your money. You see the problem it creates? Different religions can be upset with it. People who are atheists, they can be upset with it. Why put yourself through that headache? Separation of church and state. It's a good idea. It's my Kelly 7. Polar Bear Challenge ride number 5 at, I don't know, I'll tell you in a minute here what the temperature is. Well, that door's going up so slowly. As I get home here, I'll tell you my ending mileage and my ending temperature. Alright, my ending mileage, oops, wait, click, double click. My ending mileage is 2585. What's the temperature saying right now? 28 on there. Let's see what the alcohol thermometer says out here. I want to hang it, but there's nowhere to hang it. This thing here says it is 26 degrees. Mike Cayley 7, wishing you and yours a wonderful time. And Ger Wolf Rar. The faceless, restless,